beacon, WMC, yeah. That's the reason. Apostle in the corner, suntan glow. Armed with the wisdom, steady as it flow. Reggie's got the facts about it, brings the show. Inky with a spark, captain in control. You need thick skin. We make movies, yo.
This the one to play, baby.
This is my show. I don't want to play that one. No, I don't like that one.
I'm out.
No, stay for the intro. We're live.
Sonnet of the OG with the crown on his chest. Debate MCs, put their minds to the test. Apostle preach loud, sun tired, never rest. Songs got the fire, Jabari's finesse. Inky the original, the captain of truth. Hebrews go to war, ancient scrolls is proof. Bible in one hand, walls of Kemet in the other. Battles that break bread but never smother. You need thick skin. We make movies, yo. Who you know, this is Sonnet of Studio. The toughest environment, where legends are born. No place for the timid, only fire and storm.
Pyramids cast shadows. History unfolds, echoes of warriors, their stories retold. Scripts on the walls, hieroglyphs bold, but the Bible stands steady, centuries old. Hebrews with the scrolls, Kemet with the stone. Wisdom in the clash, yet the seeds are sown. Sonnet of the arena where the mighty collide. Truth sharp as a blade, no room to hide.
The babies of Sonetta. We are emulating the greatness of Sonetta, the HOK, the House of Consciousness, and the trailblazing work by the one and only Sonetta. And I told Sonetta, because we your babies, Sonetta, because we your goddamn babies, we gonna be successful, bruh.
Step in this ring, we go toe for toe, toe for toe. Jump in the environment, round for round, blow for blow, blow. Don't want that mind, I want that storm rain, thick and slow. Check on my back like a minute, ready for war. HOK on the front line, ready to go. We done wrong with the jungle, climb out the snow. We don't deal with the hoes, can't trust them. Them boys throwing signs, but they ain't saying nothing. I see my bread on my sleep, and when I wake from it, it's about to go down up in the street. We bout this shit, something. Sitting on my feet, cause I'm a man on that fix. Running, welcome to the HOK, we like the wind coming. No, we don't fly with the flags, look away from us. Get them your last, watch and see this thing gon' take from you. For the babies, give my heart and soul, make the way form. I put my life on the line like I'm big phone.
Right, the video, thumb up the video.
Everybody moving like it's
I'm
Bring it to the Go toe for toe, toe for toe. Jump in the environment, round for round, blow for blow, blow. Don't want that mind, I want that storm rain, thick and slow. Check on my back like a minute, ready for war. HOK on the front line, ready to go. We done wrong with the jungle, climb out the snow. We don't deal with the foes, can't trust them. Them boys throwing signs, but they can't stand up. It's in every
I didn't say it too much. Niggas can't tell me nothing.
I gotta keep it love.
Niggas be talking tough.
And all my haters, all stars, they do the fade away. I'm from the gossip, the drama, the hate, they to the cheddar. Oh, when they go down, they still hollering thunder. We go to war for them people, I'm talking young and old. Toe for toe, round for round, when it's going down, blow for blow. Searched around from high to low, this info got a red dot. Sources in this clip, man, this might just be a headshot. Step in this ring, we go toe for toe, toe for toe. Jump in the environment, round ride around, blow for blow, blow. Don't want that mind, I want that storm rain, sleep and slow. Check on my back like a minute, we ready for war. HOK on the front line, ready to go. We done run with the jungle, we done climb the snow. We don't deal with the folks, can't trust them. Them boys throwing signs, but they ain't saying nothing.
Peace, assalamu alaikum, hotep, namaste, jambo, ashe, shalom, shalom, all the greetings to all our family, all the greetings of love and light to the darkest minds of the light, to the ones who want the smoke. So you know the drill. We're doing this on the Sonnetter Studios platform. Oh, hold up. What? Why is this not on my platform? What are you doing, Sonnetter? You're already trying to do some weird stuff. Hi, Sonnetter. Everybody come on in. Hit the like button. Get ready. We have another smoke session. We had a great one. We're on a streak. Hello, Sonnetter. How are you? Unmute your mic.
Good, good. What's
Don't
going
be
on?
shy.
What's going on? You've been doing great on this week. I see you got another show coming up with the young brother, Shay. Hey, is that you, KOT? Open?
No, that's not KOT back
No,
there.
that's not KOT. I mean, not KOT.
That's a friend of
TKO. We got to get
KOT is
TKO
one of
on
the-
here, man.
Who's TKO?
The Indian brother. TKO.
Oh, let's shout out KOT, that song. That's one of my favorite ones.
Yeah,
Dave.
shout out to KOT.
that's
Apostle
good.
had him last weekend.
Right. TKO, the Aboriginal. Yeah, we got to get the Aboriginals in here. I
yeah,
want
we
to
gotta
get some
get
of
the
the brothers
Aboriginals
from the
in the building.
Owaski. We need to get Cosmon, Selah, the Owaski, so they can get in here and do some, bring some smoke,
How
because
come
you know
never
what?
At the beginning of the smoke session.
Why don't I ever what?
How come you ain't make a flyer yet called the smoke session so people will
Oh, I
know
don't
that
know.
this is the smoke session?
Because we got to get to that. We got a real organic thing going here, just flowing. We had the brother Ashe on. I think he had some tech difficulties because he
Yeah,
left.
hit that.
So we're coming. He's coming
And
right back.
you might want to get this pseudo up in here. The pseudo, Red Sun. Red Sun is a bona fide pseudo, like Moses 777.
Nothing about me is pseudo.
Like Moses
I
777.
appreciate you calling him a pseudo like me. I love being called a pseudo.
I know you ain't.
Hi,
called
how
me
are
pseudo.
you, Red
All the
Sun?
same sources.
What are you doing?
I'm ready for this debate. This Coliseum debate.
Okay, he's ready for the smoke. You have any? Are you an Israelite?
Nope. I'm American Indian.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
There you go. You might have to
So
bring.
you
I'm
might go-
Savage! I'm a savage! Oh! I'm a savage! Whatever I want, I'm going to get! Whatever I want, I have to get!
You might have to bring him in for the smoke session.
Are you a savage?
He can hold his own though.
Yes, I can. I held my own last Coliseum.
Yep.
You remind me of somebody else who's been on here. The way you talk, oh, you remind me of that brother. Remember the young brother Sonnetter? His name was Kahani. He was dark brother. You remind me of him. Your voice is like him. So you're ready for the smoke. So we got to bring you up. Maybe we should bring him up to do his own smoke session.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And you met me before years ago on Harlem and in Washington, D.C.
Who, me?
Yes.
I met you?
Yeah,
How
twice.
long? That was a long time ago, huh?
Like
Okay.
2016. You was
Okay.
over here. You debate
For
this
right now?
European guy.
What were you?
And
Were you
also,
like in what, sixth grade or something? You
No.
look young
I
as
was
hell.
adult. I'm 30.
Oh, you
this
look
was
young.
like my early 20s.
Okay, so
Okay.
for right now, we're gonna put you in the back, and then we're gonna open up the show soon as Ashe finish spilling his information, and then we're gonna let y'all come in where y'all can see if y'all can dispute what he's saying.
Right. He's gonna unload his clip. drop his Hebrewshima attack Adams. We don't want to say the BOMB word too much because whatever. Bomb squad, I could say that. Shogun Swarthy, thank you so much for always being a great supporter. You support us with information, you support us with your camaraderie, and you support us with your donations. We appreciate the super chat. $2.
Just step it up a little bit more.
One show he super chatted $60, Sonnetter.
Good. Let's just step it up. Let's step it up and let's be real with it.
That's why people
$2. We appreciate it, but let's step that up, man. Let's step that up a little bit.
Well, not this particular brother, but I think Sonnetter is right about the entire collective. I mean, $2 is fine if we have a lot of people. I think
there you go. That's what I'm talking about.
Great. Yeah, get your $2 super chat in, but don't just let Shogun Swarthy carry your whole load, because people confuse that Sonnetter. This is a channel that is a business, and I love y'all. This is Smoke Session. We're doing this, but we're not just doing this because we love you. We're doing it because it is a business.
Hey, Moses, we got your little brother in the building. We got your little brother in the building, Moses.
Yes, sir. So what I'm saying to the people, since Sonnetter wanted to bang on the brother for $2 super chat, I'm up here cleaning up a mess, and you going over here knocking another table over. I'm like trying to do something. You're like, hey, no, don't go anywhere yet, Sonnetter. So anyway, do your part, super chat, enjoy the show. Don't just be sitting up in here talking about nobody's begging. This is 2026 on YouTube.
Right.
Okay.
Hey, Nepal, you got to get your Cash App up in here.
Right. I'm going to put the Chup Sama one in. Okay.
The what?
My Chup Sama Cash App.
Yeah, there you go. Put that link in there, though. You got to have.
I can't be doing all that right now, my love. But anyway, let's get this smoke going, because Chup Sama. I'm just going to put ask the mods to work that out.
Yeah, find the link to it.
Yeah, in the podcast app. Hey there, how are you?
All right, you got Ashe right there.
I know. Ashe, can you unmute your mic? How are you? Thank you for being here. Hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like button.
Ashe, no holds barred. Go win. Go win, my brother, like I know you do. We got Humble in the back that's going to come up soon as we open up the live. No, as soon as I say finish, we're going to let them all up in there.
Well, man,
so remember, y'all, this is the Bomb Squad. This is the Bomb Squad, and we ready to take on anybody. Sauce it up. We backing it up. Bring that smoke if you got it.
Well, Humble is the Bomb Squad.
Of course.
So I was asking Ashe if he wants to bring Humble up.
Yeah, we can bring Humble up.
Okay, there you go. And I want y'all to go ahead and get it in. And I'm gonna fall back because Nepal, this is your show.
Okay.
I needed to hydrate. I'm doing a new thing in 2026. When I feel my temperature rising, I just get a little water. Okay, peace, Humble. Peace, Ashe. Let's see what we got here. Peace to Open to Knowledge 444 for that $5 super chat. That's what I'm talking about. We appreciate you even more than you appreciate us. Believe that. He says, I appreciate the work. Or he said, appreciate the work. Keep going. We will. For you, definitely. I love dropping bombs. I'm going to drop bombs. All right. Ashe, are you sure you want to do this?
Oh, absolutely, man. See, now this is just this part one, man. This really part one. I ain't come in with the slides. It ain't all the way complete yet, but this is a PSA. And this PSA is just to put some general information out that we will be diving into later on. So what's going on? A is I want to address a few things. A, the Ham, Shem, Japhet, that don't designate no land masses. That don't designate races of people. That ain't Europe. That ain't Africa, and that ain't the Middle East. That is a medieval invention, literally created by church fathers to give a real feel to the biblical narrative itself. And of course, and then later on, your Greeks, they come and they add in specific places and places that they want to highlight as well. You know, see for the mighty Hebrews of the world who believe that Mesopotamia and Samaria is somehow an extension of North Africa. But of these individuals who believe these things, this is what I'm about to address. Because when you go to these places, this is what I want to bring up. If Abraham was a real man and all of his ancestors were real people, and they were in this particular landmass at this time, they would have had a certain phenotype. That phenotype would not look like a quote unquote Negro. Would not look like because you know you can't say African anymore because the FBAs they get mad at that. So I don't even know the term called. They don't like the term black, but they all agreed upon that particular word. Everybody let that word fly. You know, Negroid. Let me go scientific on them. Negroid. They can't flag us for that, and that's a certain type of phenotype. So they wouldn't have that.
Ashe,
Go ahead.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but we got the audience saying we want to make sure your presentation is loud and clear, and quality. Junk Mail says it's echoing bad. Is it echoing? Chat, is it echoing? Please. Oh, maybe it's just you, Junk Mail. Are you hearing an echo, Humble? Ashe, I'm not hearing an echo.
I might have had an echo.
But it ain't enough to. His voice is overpowering that. So on my
end. You do. Oh, let me see something. Maybe hold on. Humble, did you mute out?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let me see if it's on your end. Maybe with your setup. Go ahead and mute out. Thank you, Humble. Ashe, talk now.
Okay, right.
I hear it too.
You hear it?
Actually, I hear it too, Humble. Does somebody have their YouTube going?
Nope, my
you
YouTube's
have your YouTube
closed.
on? Anybody? Okay. Say something else, Ashe.
Yo, let me leave and come back. Let me see.
I don't hear it from you. Humble, talk for me.
I'm here, sister. I'm here, sister. All right. So you know, like Brother Ashe said, that it was this is part one. You know, it's not complete. You know, I actually had a little debate today that got canceled. So we coming over here. The Brother Ashe made an interesting point with if there was a man by the name of Abraham who would have existed, they would have had a phenotype. They would have actually been placed in a certain category, and they would have been named distinctively from all the other people who were named back then. Right. And so it's interesting as well, just a little sidebar, that the fact that if we go back to the original Dead Sea Scrolls, right, I'm challenging any Hebrew Israelite, they say they read the Dead Sea Scrolls, I'll challenge y'all, go back to the original, right? You'll never find a birthplace for Abraham, ever.
Not even an Ur of the Chaldees.
No, that Ur of the Chaldees does not exist in the Dead Sea Scrolls.
Okay.
Ur of the Chaldees don't exist, period. That's an anachronistic term.
That's an anachronism.
What about the land of Ur?
The land of Ur exists.
The land of Ur exists. By the time the Chaldeans came, number one, they didn't settle exactly where Ur was, but by the time they came, Ur as a city-state was completely in ruins.
Correct. Correct. Okay. Desolate. Not an individual there. So I was going on about the phenotypes. And I was saying that even if this individual was a real man, he wouldn't have been no brother. He wouldn't have been looking like you, looking like me, Humble. That ain't no brother. So when I hear my black Hebrew Israelite brothers on the corners and they say Abraham is the father, that's the opposite. No, he ain't. No, he ain't. Have you ever seen the image of the Shasu? The actual worshipers of Yahoo? I wonder have they ever even seen that, because they try to parallel themselves to the Mesopotamian, but then they try to jump to the Midianite and the Edomite deity as well. Because Yahoo itself is the Edomite deity. The same people who would say in the Bible when God hated Esau. But yet when you look in the history, as far as history goes, the first attestation coming is at Soleb, in the Soleb inscription, and it's going to be dealing with the Shasu. And if you know where the Shasu come from, these were They dealt in the land of Edom. They dealt in the land of Midian.
Right.
And that was their God. Matter of fact, you even have a verse in your biblical text where it says that the Lord rose from Mount Seir. Mount Seir is another location that's in where? Idumea. So it's these little parallels that we see that remain to the original, maybe the original setting, but they get flipped over the years according to the church fathers and the people who have the authority over the text itself.
Right. I want to say something real quick. When I just, this is about the show production. When you see me turn my camera off, if you guys can, just leave your camera on. But if you have some issues, you know, like some family come in or you want to go step away, of course, turn your camera off. But I'm just saying, not just to you two, everybody who's coming on, if you can leave your camera on, do it. Don't follow what I'm doing. I just am turning my camera off for things that I have to, you know, I don't want to disrupt the show too much while I'm working, doing multitasks. So just getting that out of the way, back to the smoke. Go ahead.
Absolutely.
Please. Sorry about that.
Yeah. So just because
and tell me when you want people to come in. I can bring people in whenever you say.
No doubt, no doubt. I'm get done real quick for them because I know they really go with it. I know they gonna want this smoke. So even when it comes down to later on Africans adopting the ideology that they somehow Israelites, if we looking at the genetics of who was in that area, we dealing with J haplogroups. And those are not Negroes. These are not Negroid peoples. These ain't us. They don't know these things. So if you're calling, if I'm an African, and matter of fact, the Igbo people, they say, we come from Iri, the fifth son of God, which is Gad. And he has a son named Iri. And they try to, and they flip it and they say that they're somehow a descendant of him, but that will be an impossibility. Impossibility. That's like, you know, it's worse than the layout when I be seeing it. I can't wait to get on Jeremiah in this debate because it's worse than the layout when I see the black man, the white man, and the Middle Eastern man, and they say, you know, his daddy is Noah. But that contradicts the whole text. I thought you are what your father is. Matter of fact, I gotta do you one better. Since everybody in the Bible from Adam to Jesus is related, how the hell do we get the concept of race? When? Think about Humble. Did you know that? That Christ is related to Adam.
Yeah.
Like this is knee slappers. So how do we have, with that thought, there can be no race, man. It would be no race. Everybody just one big family and everybody's basically partaking in incest according to the biblical narrative. This is pseudo work. This is why we can't run with these things, man. That's why we can't run with them.
I would agree.
You know, so like, then you got the African guys. When you look at the dates, as far as like the Semitic influence and when it came, we got a lot of guys. They say, well, we got the Keber and the guys, You be like, where did that language, that the Giaz language, where did that come from?
Can y'all hear me? Damn.
And we'll also find. And we'll find out that that's not original
sorry.
to Africa.
I had to change the devices, my device. I'm listening. Somebody said you daggered yourself. Get in here and approach him on the panel. It's a smoke session.
No.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm like, oh, absolutely not. This is impossible. You get what I'm saying? So when you look at the Giaz language, it was really formulated through Semitic influence and combining that with the already existing Ethiopic language that was there from the people of DMT, literally. So they take, so these Arabs, these South Arabians, they come onto the landmass and they influence the Nihilistic people of Ethiopia with their story and their language. So here we are years later, hundreds of years later, and you got brothers and sisters in Ethiopia talking about that they're somehow related to David by way of Solomon, according to the Keber and the Gods, this mythological story. But yet, if Solomon was even the man that they say Solomon was, this world-renowned king, why don't we see anybody writing letters to Solomon?
I would agree with that.
You know, like, why don't nobody, you know how we got the Amarna letters? Why don't we got no similar version like of that between Solomon and maybe like an existing king, maybe over in Kemet? He's supposed to have been world renowned. Why didn't they know him in Kemet? Why we ain't got no inscriptions?
Better.
Crazy.
Better, brother Ashe. Right? When we read in the Bible, we see that Abraham, right? He's a commander and he have an army of 70 men, right? We seen that he was doing treaties with other rulers. Now, we know back during those times, right, treaties were written down. Where are these treaties? We know that Jacob in the Bible received a tax code for a land grant. Where is this? Where is any of this linking to these people? We don't have any of that. So then when we come and say, well, these people are non-existent, people say, oh no, well, y'all arguing from a place of silence. Well, silent evidence is evidence of nothing there. I don't understand what y'all want us to say. If there's nothing there, there's nothing there. I don't understand how our people kept record of single sheep and ditch diggers. But yet they just forgot to keep, Abraham out of their records. They just forgot to keep Joseph out of their records. And for the people that say, oh, well, y'all know they was erasing information, they might have erased Joseph. I actually just did a debate as well on Akhenaten. They tried to erase Akhenaten as well.
Absolutely.
We still had records of Akhenaten. They actually tried to erase a couple of people in Egypt, or Kemet as we like to call it, and we still have records. So even if they try to erase these people, there should be something. Why? Because humans leave fingerprints wherever we go.
That's what we do. That if we got remnants of Grimaldi, a Homo sapien, early Homo sapien, traveling all the way to Europe, and he left these stones, and we know for a fact that they was there. Why we ain't got nothing for the boy? Hey, God Energy destroyed the whole Abraham tomb thing. When they was like, the patriarchs are buried there. No, they not. No, he destroyed that. So it's like, what do they got left? Far as archaeology, far as the DNA is out of the question. DNA is out of the question. You ain't got not one body. I don't get how you were Israelite and you don't got Abraham DNA to test if you were Israelite or not.
I would agree.
You know what I mean? That's crazy work. Dudes be talking about, y'all do the 23andMe. I'm a real Israelite. How? How? Abraham ain't got no genetics on record.
Let me not clear the smoke, but let me direct the smoke. So are you asserting that the Bible is there's no archaeological, extra biblical literature, there's nothing at all historical to support the Bible? That's what you're basically letting them know.
You have things to support the Bible, but you don't got nothing for those men. For them men, for them patriarchs, to go to that
Abraham,
story.
Solomon, and who else did you say?
None of them. The whole lineage from Adam on down is fake.
The whole lineage, you said?
I would agree.
From Adam
y'all
on
heard
down.
That, right? So the whole lineage, y'all.
Damn.
You ain't know Adam. They playing games with this stuff, man. That's a game. Matter of fact, once I brought you a creation story that predates this creation story, and we got whole deities responsible, and we seen where the idea of the garden, the creation in the garden is coming from, but yet they still got the nerve to sit up here and say that Adam was the first man and all that. That's pseudo work now. Now we know you just denying truth. You don't care about history, and you don't even care about the Semitic language itself because you're not giving no reverence to the stories that was written in it before they even created the Hebrew language.
That's a fact.
Hezekiah seal.
King Jay, you're gonna have to hit the panel, bro. I see you everywhere. Don't just let them bring the smoke and you stay in the chat safe. Go ahead.
Man, King Jay is smart man. He a smart man. I'll be peeping him because he know Hezekiah seal don't prove nothing about no goddamn Israelite. It ain't no one attestation where Hezekiah got that. He even mentions that he's a Hebrew or an Israelite. Ever. He never said that. Matter of fact, what you look at on Hezekiah seal is that they was paying Ashe to the Kemetic ideology. That boy got an Ankh and a Kephra on this joint. And for those who don't know what Hezekiah seal was, this is what he stamped all his official cuneiform with and let you know it was him. and let you know that he was under the protection, that he was under the rulership of Kemet.
Ashe, thank you. Let me ask you, Leslie Smith. I'm gonna put you up here and ask you what were you talking about in the chat? Are you coming in here to teach or ruin the show? What's up? What do you want?
I wasn't coming in to teach or to ruin the show. I just seem like the show get more benefits.
Bye. And you are blocked.
Got my MTV out. Savage! I'm a savage! Oh! I'm a savage! Whatever I want, I'm going to get! Whatever I want, I have to get! Yes! What's next? What's next? I gotta get out.
All right, back to the show. Okay, go ahead, Ashe. Nigga, don't hit the panel to get your whole head busted. I already blocked you in the chat, dummy. Go ahead, Ashe. Y'all, if you want to get smoke with the topic, no, don't be a weirdo incel trying to get up here and talk to me.
See, once you get to talking about real history, the apostles of the world, they can't join the conversation.
That wasn't like an apostle. That was some dude that's playing with himself and trying to attack me.
No.
And so
I'm just letting you know why we ain't seen them yet.
But back
you
to
can open the gates up.
Yes, you ready? Apostle. Go ahead. Go ahead,
this
Humble.
is to all the Hebrew Israelites that's going to come up here. Can any one of y'all cite an archaeological or linguistic evidence that directly connect the tribe of Issachar to Mexico?
Oh, shoot. Damn.
Or the tribe of Dan.
That's what we on over here. Right?
Or the tribe of Gad to the Native Americans.
Oh, my Lord. They are up here just.
Matter of fact, hold on. I'll do you one better. Watch this. Hey, this for the FBAs and the Hebrews. No, this ain't for the FBAs. Watch this. If you got Hebrew brothers who say, the Negro, the black man is the Native American, and they always been on this land. We hearing that argument. But yet in the same breath, the African American over here is supposed to be the tribe of Judah. So what's it gonna be? The tribe of Judah or the tribe of Gad? What's it gonna be? Or are they now admitting, because we also know that the indigenous people come here via the Bering Strait from Siberia. Them would not be no negrito. These ain't no brothers. So are they saying that there are Israelites who are not brothers? That there are Siberian Israelites somehow?
Oh my God.
I think I be putting this stuff into like a real lens.
Ashe. We got Marcus and we got King J. Y'all are in the chat. This is so bizarre to me. These brothers are up here doing Hebrewshima. If you guys are afraid of me saying something, Marcus, don't worry, I'm neutral. I won't get involved in any of this tonight, obviously. But you guys are commenting to these brothers, and it's looking like they're dropping gigantosaurus facts on y'all. Come on, Hebrews, don't let me down. Get in here, Marcus. Kassad, King J. Are they just gonna continue dropping these atom bombs? Go ahead, brothers. I guess nobody's back here.
They not finna get up here because ain't nothing that been up here refutable. They ain't got nothing we asking for. They ain't got no DNA. They ain't got no primary sources outside of the biblical narrative for Abraham or none of the goddamn patriarchs. They ain't got nothing we need to validate them but faith. That's all they got. Faith and belief.
Their faith and belief. I was talking about this the other day, is the fact that we gotta hey, listen, man. We can't allow faith and belief to override truth and knowledge. Right? When your belief don't align with truth, One or the other gotta go. So
So
a lot
I
of
heard
times we see people kicking truth out the door just to hold on to that faith that's leading them down the wrong path.
Moses, you hear this? Brothers, let me make it. I want them to also make this. I want you to make this clear to someone like our brother Moses. You're saying that when people try to link the Bible to Africa, that's a no? Yes or no?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Elaborate.
Oh, yeah. Big no.
Listen.
So I was the one that said
they only got the
daggered himself. So
brother, I'm gonna hand you the mic in a second. Let them respond. Thank you for being here. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Now, they got the right to name some African landmasses. For example, like I'll bring up, you got some places and spaces that are those spaces and places. Let me see, by the geographical attributes, but you don't got no. It ain't no tribes out there talking about, yeah, man, and we knew Punt. You know, that's the ancestor. Or we knew Canaan, man. Canaan, he set the land up. Yeah, we don't got that what we need, man.
Yeah.
We just got claims.
And as far as Africa, me personally, I could say the only way that they can link something from the Bible to Africa is the Septuagint, right? The 72. Because we know that was compiled in Alexandria. Other than that, I don't know.
That's all you're giving is the Kemet, right? Okay. All right. Looks like we have our brother King J. He said I ain't never scared. Come on in, King J. Do you have any response to any of these nuclear fallout that's happening right now from the bomb squad?
No, I don't have too much contention, especially in regards to the 12 tribes chart. I don't have any contention in Bronze Age historical Israelites, but I do see significance Iron Age historical figures dating after Solomon. So I don't have much contention, but I do have. It depends on the period of time that we start talking about these historical figures, like Omri, House of Omri. We do see them. We do see Hezekiah. We do see the House of Jehu. These are mentioned in the Black Obelisk. So they're mentioned in primary Assyrian sources. So as well as the Bible, we can look at 2 Kings for Jehu. So I will give you some pushback there. But in regards to the 12 tribe chart, not at all.
Right. Now, dig this. You hit that. You hit a few of those. The Jehu, House of Jehu, House of Omri, no doubt. But where do we see far as those individuals or any manuscript where they're matching themselves to the biblical narrative that be? Because we can obviously see, with just reading the biblical text, that there's a point in time where they get a little update far as what's going on in the land, where the authors themselves, whoever the biblical authors is, because they are unknown. And Jeremiah ain't right, Jeremiah. Daniel ain't right, Daniel. We all know this stuff by now. So we can obviously see by just looking at the narrative itself when they actually begin to add these real historical individuals. We can see where the biblical writers are like, okay, again, now let me go ahead and add the real individuals, like the real rulers of Judah, real rulers of like for example, like Nebuchadnezzar. They're going to add these individuals to give it more of a real feel. Like I said, you know, Spider-Man ain't Spider-Man at the NYPD. Yeah, I mean, and a couple other individuals who real ain't in the story. Yeah, I mean, give it that real feel and make you feel like what's happening is happening in real time. Just like when you used to watch Transformers, they have Barack Obama on their news station, and it make you feel make it feel real. But no, it's just a story, just like the rest. Happening in real time. Nebuchadnezzar, you know, you don't see Hezekiah saying he's an Israelite. These people are not saying that who they are in the Bible. None of the Israelites are claiming Israelites. You can't see it. You don't see it.
But real quick, excuse me.
Matter of fact, I want to see one inscription regarding an Israelite.
No, hold on. I'm sorry, Ashe. Okay, please, when you are in here, turn off your device if you're playing YouTube, and I come on in. King J, Ashe, I'm gonna let this brother Red Son. He said you daggered yourself, Ashe. Who a brother? The brother who I keep letting in. You're like you're. I have so much love for everybody. It's okay because I was once that person, and sometimes I still am. I am so not tech savvy. So whoever this brother is that I'm letting you in, brother, you got to fix your mic and turn off your YouTube. Okay, go ahead, Red Son, and then we're gonna get back to the smoke session. What would you like to address Ashe about? You said he daggered himself.
He daggered himself in the point of talking about melanin is closed off to a African sub-Saharan bottleneck, which that's not true at all because pale skin was not built for cold environments either. They get snowburned. So these biblical characters would have been melanistic from the beginning because we know that subclade 24A5, I believe, that made these Europeans mutate from the last, I believe, 8,000 years ago. So you can't sit up here and say that these biblical characters were YT or Mongoloid looking when they would have had 4C hair, 4C type hair, Afro hair, melanin skin living in these areas. And we see it with Negritos living in Asia. And many explorers described American Indians as melanistic and not just a Mongoloid people. So you already killed yourself with that one because you can't just say just because Africa has a large majority of people, it doesn't mean that blackness was just boxed into a sub-Sahara borderline because the Sahara wasn't a barrier. It was a highway of trade. Just like Henry Louis Gates already said in his California University lecture that Black people were traveling. They weren't just benighted people that was stuck to just Africa. They traveled. And in these Bible stories, a lot of these Bible characters are described having woolly hair and dark skin. So
Hassad, can you turn on your camera? Excuse me, I'm sorry. Can you turn your camera on? I don't know if that's you or not. Go ahead. Sorry about that. I just have to say that to him. Go ahead, y'all.
Negro wasn't even locked into an African binary, and we have to throw away this word Africa because it's not even an indigenous word. That's a Greco-Roman word. The Romans came in and took over Numidia, the place that would become Carthage, and they named the capital of Tunisia Africa. And it comes from the word land without cold or land of dust, such as Afrique. Before that, you had the calling it Ethiopia. So we don't really know the original word for what we call the continent Africa because Africans themselves never gave a name for a continent. Just like Australian Aboriginals, they never called it Australia. That's a name that Europeans bestowed it on to them.
Okay, brother, let him respond.
All right. So if I may, my response gonna take 5 seconds.
No. You sure? Okay. You sure you want it before?
Yes, it's gonna take 5 seconds. It's gonna take 5 seconds. It's a brain buster. We have pictures. We have pictographs of what the Hittites look like. We know what the Akkadians look like. We know what the Cometians look like. We know what these people look like. We ain't just out here saying they don't look African because they don't look African. We know what they look like. That's how we say they don't look African. I land my plane with that. Go ahead, brother Ashe.
So what is an African?
You hold on. Now I'm going to respond. Yeah, that first of all, that's what I was going to say, but I'm going to go a little bit deeper. When we look at the images of these people, you can't show me not one person on them walls in Mesopotamia look like you, boy. Not one. Not one. You don't look like no Nebuchadnezzar. You don't look like Xerxes. You don't look like Cyrus the First. You don't look, man, why you playing with me, bro? Like you playing games with me. Yes, now I'm honest. Yes, it was a mixing pot of different peoples there. Don't get me wrong. But when we looking at who's in rulership and who they writing about, brother, and who's the majority, it wasn't us. That ain't gonna be us, bro. Matter of fact, I'll give you one better. The boy, they coming from the north and they traveling down south. This is how the Bible was laid out. I know you might know a lot about your genetics and your FBA stuff, but I don't know if you know your Bible. When they land on the ark, my guy, they land in the Caucasus Mountain. And with the template that everybody's accepting, Japhet, the big brother, he got off, and he basically just stayed in the landmass where he got off. Shem, he traveled a little bit farther south, and he got him a little landmass popping, and what we would consider like, okay, like Canaan and it should be a Akkad. It would really be a Akkad, but they say that went to Nimrod. But that's not supposed to be his landmass according to the Book of Jubilees. Now, and therefore, what does it also land? So Ham would have took his landmass last. And we know that the African is the oldest individual on the planet. So how the hell could Ham get his landmass last? Therefore, that they're saying that Africa was populated last, which is an impossibility. Impossibility. So we know for a fact that this ain't a story of Africans moving up north. This is a story of Turkish, Syrian, Mesopotamian, if you would, peoples making a migration down south. That's what the layout is. That's what you can observe. Even in looking at the linguistics of Proto-Semitic language, you're going to see that Proto-Semitic language is going to take you all up in them Syrian steppes, east and west. And you look at them steps, if you would, and them steps take you from Turkey, Turkey, we got the Caucasus, and we got the Caspian Sea area, all the way over to Mongolia. Why you talking about they want to look like no Mongolians, like they wouldn't have had that Mongoloid phenotype? They would have had that action. They would have retained that, because at the end of the day, these are I would consider these are Eurasians still. Yes, the eyebrow, exactly. The Nebuchadnezzar signature eyebrow with the hook nose. These are the phenotypical attributes, so we know who we dealing with, bro. That's exclusive to the J phenotype. That's exclusive. This is how we know. It's certain things. I don't think I don't think you know what you're doing to yourself.
Hold on,
get in there, though. Go ahead, bro. I want to be long.
Hold on, Red Sun. Hold on, friend. Kassad, you were having some problems, I saw, so I let you on in. Are you good now? I mean, you can't get your camera on, but is your mic on?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you. What would you like to say? Thank you for joining the panel.
Yeah, my bad. I was trying to get the camera on, but it's just not connected.
That's fine. I saw it. Okay, so go ahead and address the presenters.
So again, you're not addressing this from a scientific standpoint.
No. Red Sun, my friend. Let me just get other people in. Hold tight, okay? I appreciate you being here, but we got to go around. Hold your thought. Can I bring Kassad in? What did you want to address the panel with?
I'm not gonna be too long. So these brothers, they up here bashing the Bible, and it's clearly just that fast that King J jumped up here. They don't know what they're talking about. So I got a question. Are you familiar with the Tel Dan Stele and the Mesha Stele? Hello?
Yeah, you talking about with Asar El, the struggle for El inscription? Asar El, that's not Israel. Don't even try it. Go ahead.
You said it's not okay. So once again, these dudes don't know what they're talking about. So in the Tel Dan Stele, we have it mentioned the House of David, right?
That's not true.
It doesn't.
You was gonna try that? You was about to try that?
But let's let him get it out, y'all. Come on, he's gonna be here for just a little bit. He said, "Go ahead."
Yeah. So anyone can literally look this up. They're lying. It doesn't mention the House of David. They funny, right? And then he said it doesn't mention Israel in the Mesha Stele. So it doesn't mention the king of Israel. Okay. So these guys is completely out there. They don't know what they're talking about. They just came up here to bash the Bible. So I got another question. In the Mesha Stele, it says that Israel took the land in ancient times from the Moabites. When did that happen? If the Bible isn't historically accurate.
Anybody?
You talking about what? Oh, we got the opportunity to respond now, bruh.
Well,
you not gonna run a flim flam on the people,
I was letting them get it.
He trying to run a flim flam.
Words out. Go
Yeah.
ahead. You're
You
good,
running the
Larry.
flim flam. That don't never. It never says Israel. You got to understand that we got. I challenge all the people in the crowd to look up why that says that, and if that's actually hinting to the Israelite people, and you'll see that that's just another L coat. And, you know, and they represented the struggle for L. Why is it the struggle for L? Because you had many other cults around, the cult of Baal, the cult of Asherah. You had these other cults battling, so it was a literal struggle. Asar L. Stop playing games with the people, man. That's disingenuous. You want to speak on it, Humble?
Can I share screen, please? No problem. I just need you to share.
Yes. Yeah. Let's
And
get it.
This is why.
What I would even say is the spelling is even different.
This is why they know to protect y'all from me, because I got a show with Apostle coming up, and I definitely want y'all to hit this link because I'm gonna destroy y'all, bro. So this is the Meshe Stele, right? This is literally the translation of what the Meshe Stele says. It literally, this is line for line. It says, "I am Meshe, son of Chemosh, king of Moab, the Dibionite. My father ruled over Moab 30 years, and I ruled after my father. I made the high places for Chemosh in Kohira." I don't know how to pronounce that. High places, a salvation for me. He saved me from all the kings and made me enjoy the sight of my enemies. Omri, king of Israel. This is literally a Israelite that is in the Bible, and this is literally identifying a Israelite. This is literally identifying his kingdom. You only get an understanding of the kingdom of Israel and the kingdom of Judah through the Bible. You only have that information through the Bible. Other than that, you don't understand how there's a split between them. You don't even understand how you get to the king of Omri. And the reason why he didn't want to answer about the Tel Dan Stele and King David, because you know the next question will be, first of all, it confirms David's dynasty. Second of all, how do we get all the way from David to Hezekiah without the biblical text? You give me the kings and their lengths and their reigns. On top of that, you want to talk about Hezekiah's seal. First of all, we have multiple seals outside of Hezekiah's. Multiple seals that don't even have an expression of the king's name, but you could tell it was stamped.
Okay, let's let them respond. Kassad, who wants to come in here? Hold up, brother. Go ahead. I'll share Humble. What do you have to say about that?
These guys, they come with these little I don't know what they be trying to conjure these little things up, man, and they build around these false narratives. Okay, when it comes down to the Tel Dan Stele, that don't prove no lineage of David. Where's the rest of the people at? Why is Solomon in it? Is his son in it? Matter of fact, you up here talking about, you bragging about some king of Israel and all of this. Can you give me the lineage of Hezekiah to actually make him an Israelite like you're trying to make him? No, you cannot, because if you do the actual lineage on Hezekiah, it's not going to take you into your biblical narrative. Same thing with the Kebet and the Gast. When we actually track the royalty of Ethiopia, we're not really going to bump into Solomon. It's a whole bunch of flim-flam that you guys run, man. And we know this stuff. We know this stuff. So you can play these games like there's an actual attestation for an Israelite, but you know that's a joke, bro. Now, were there El Coats referred to as Israel? Something? Yeah, absolutely. Do you have worshipers of El? Absolutely. Do you have kings of Judah? Absolutely. Do you have Yahuds, aka Jews? Absolutely. Do you have your lineage to prove your patriarchs and your fathers and to prove that you are ultimately boiled down and that you are a blood Israelite today? Do you have that? That's what we asked for. You came up here asking questions, but you ain't answered none.
Damn. And okay, so let me get in there, right? So it's just in the pot. You know, I got you. You know, I gotta read some stuff.
Let's let him go, Kassad, and then I'm gonna bring you in. Go ahead, Humble. Let's
talk about the Tel Dan Stele, right? The Tel Dan Stele is the 9th century BCE in Aramaic, contains the fragmentary sequence of BYTDWD, right? Hebrew. Listen to this. This is important. Hebrew scholars read this as the house of David, right? But letters are incomplete and without vowels. The reading is not fixed. Mainstream scholars read this as the house of Dod, D-O-D, right? It's a common noun in Hebrew. DWD can refer to beloved one or noun. It may not be a personal name at all. So here they saying, oh, well, this is talking about this. Only people who's trying to push a biblical narrative say that. When we get into mainstream scholarship, we know that stands for an uncle or a superiority in a place or a beloved one, something like that. That's not a person's name. That's number one. Number two, let me read this because he went and tried to say, oh, the king of Israel. And when we go into these things, we have to realize, again, people who push the Bible, right? Let me read this. It's a linguistical differences, right? While they sound similar, there are two distinct words in Hebrew with different roots and meaning. Israel, which is spelled Y-I-S-R-I-R-A-E-L, derived from the root Sarah, struggle prevails, and El God. It means he who struggles with God or prince of God. This was the name given to Jacob after he wrestled with an angel. Now listen to this. Jezreel, right? In English is J-E-Z-R-E-E-L, but in Hebrew is Y-I-Z-R-E-E-L, derived from the roots of Zerah, right? And El, God, it means God sow or God scatter. They try to flip those two words. See, they try to push a biblical narrative, but when we get into scholastics and linguistics, you can't pull that over here. We know the difference. I land my plane with that, Sister Nepal. Thank you for allowing me to speak.
Damn.
I got my MTV out. Savage! I'm a savage! Oh! I'm a savage!
Okay, well, there we go, Kassad. I'm gonna let you get in, King J and Red Sun. And Sun 10, thank you for just hanging out with me. You can always jump in. I know you ask me to bring you in the lineup. Y'all know how it is with the rotation, because this is so good. Oh, wow. This is what I'm talking about with the smoke, with everybody on here. I love it. I love it. I love it. The audience loves it. Kassad, respond to that if you can. Are you still there?
Of course. What the heck? That shit was trash.
Come on in.
Can you please put my screen back up?
Okay, let me get your screen back up, brother.
Obviously, the first guy beating around the bush, he have admits that he's wrong and then still trying to act like he's right. So he's like, oh, we don't even know if it says Israel or not. Okay, let's look at this, right? And he talking about Jezreel. He don't. Then he said Israel is spelled Y-I. Are you serious? Are you serious? That's English, bro. Are you serious? Then you brought up the Tel Dan study. Why you didn't actually go into the inscription and actually read it? Why you didn't actually pull up the primary and read it? Because how does this, the house of my uncle, make sense? The house of uncle makes sense. Then you said beloved. Is not David named beloved? Make it make sense. But it's okay. Can you share my screen, Nepal?
I'm sharing it. Isn't that it?
Oh, my bad.
Or you got something else?
It's supposed to switch to something else. There we go. So we can see right here, anyone who can clearly read any Semitic language, this clearly says the king of Israel right here in the Meshe Stele. Malak Yashar Allah. That's literally what it says. Well, what is he talking about? And once again, he still didn't address the actual topic. Where's we getting this history of any Israelites or the king of Omri from? Where do they come from? Without the biblical narrative. You tell me how you get all the way to Hezekiah from David. And you didn't address in the Meshe Stele, it still mentioned King David. I'm going to share screen one more time. I'm still not done. Because he keep talking about El code. What is you talking about? Where is it mention anything about Israel? I mean, El. Let's keep reading. It says this. Because we didn't get to finish reading. It says this. I left off in verse 5, in line 5. It says, King of Israel oppressed Moab for a long time because Chemosh was angry with his country. His son succeeded him. He also declared, I will oppress Moab in my days. He declared thus. But I enjoyed his view in that of this house. Israel was destroyed forever. Omri had taken possession of the land of Medaba that he dwelt in it during his days. In days half of my days, his sons 40 years of, but Chemosh restored it. And I built Baal Meon, and I made a reservoir, or built I don't know how to pronounce this, Kiryat or whatever. But this is the point right here. It says the men of Gad dwelt in the land of Ataroth from ancient times, and the king of Israel had built Eltaroth, but I forgot against the city and I took it. Where is this coming from? Why is this backing up the historical biblical narrative of the Israelites coming in and conquering the Levant and taking the land of Moab from them? Don't go and talk about nothing else. You never address what I brought up. Address what I'm actually asking you. This is confirming the biblical narrative that the Israelites came and took the land of Moab from them and ruled over them. What are you talking about? On top of that, you kept talking about El, but if we just went down just a little bit, we see right here. He says, I took the altars. He said, I took the vessels from the altar of Yahweh. Who's the God of Israel? Yahweh. Who's the God of Omri, the king of Israel? Yahweh. Who's the God of Hezekiah? Yahweh. You playing. We got a historical document confirming the biblical narrative.
Come on in, y'all. Who? Anybody before you? Damn.
I mean, yeah, we got a lot of. Okay. See, this the problem. He trying to go to the facts. Now, you do got some stuff that happened in the Bible. That's what I was telling the part. You got some stuff that happened. It wouldn't be real if you ain't had certain stuff that happened. But when they're talking about Israel, they're not talking, and anybody can fact check what I'm saying, and please come prove me wrong. When they talking about Israel, they're not talking about the biblical son Israel. They're not talking about Jacob. Come on, bro. We know for a fact this is a theophoric name. We know for a fact that they invoking El, the deity in that name, Israel. We know that Asar El means struggle with El. He's playing with the people. So yes, there was the landmass develops the name Israel. I struggle with El, theophoric name, and you go get that. No problem. And of course, you're going to have kings of that particular landmass. No problem. That's like, same thing with Taharka going to help the Israelites. I mean, not the Israelites, but the people in the landmass of Jerusalem help them out of captivity against the Syrians. These are actual things that happen. But like I said earlier, we can clearly see once they step out of their fantasy land and when they want to blend real-time activity with they works. And we know this is not all written by the same person. So it might have actually been a historian around this time giving this attestation and actually letting you and maybe documenting what was really going on as far as the wars. But to say that the house of the beloved, Dawood, talking about some David, trying to flim. That's why I said where's Solomon in the cast at? Since this proves the dynasty, but the house of the beloved, you playing games. That's just the royal crib. That's the royal house. It ain't got no relation to the man that you talking about, bro. And you can't prove it. You can't prove it.
All right.
You know, like I know that these Semitic names have Semitic meanings. I'll land there.
Well, thank you, brother. Okay, I just want to let anybody know if you want to jump in. I don't want it to feel like you're so restricted. Just don't talk over each other. Anybody, King J Red Son, come on in organically in order. Anybody want to come in after that? Kassad, even. I'm just gonna step away for like a minute and let y'all just flow. Okay, so go ahead. Everybody just flow. Everybody hit the like. This is great.
You said something about the chart of Israel, but you have from different perspectives that the perspective of the biblical events happening in Africa, in the Middle East, is actually pseudo, and that these events actually took place in the Americas, because you have from the indigenous perspective and Christopher Columbus perspective and the Mormons perspective, it happened here because Christopher Columbus labeled indigenous people within the Caribbean genitos indios. They were like God's people. They also observed things within American oral traditions and sacred stories such as the Ongwe Eternal Flame, Nanawaya cave mound, and the corn fairy. They got like the origin of corn in Mexico. Some people made comparisons of the Bible events of Jericho happening in California, Southern Baja California area, because it the environment matches up to what the narrative speaks on. And I know Uriah Brandon did an excellent expose on how the biblical narrative actually happened within the United States and not somewhere in what we know is today Kemet, because a lot of these Kemetic structures were fabricated by Western Eurocentrics that were trying to put Egypt on a pedestal but ignore all these pyramids within the Americas that are more expansive here.
Brother, what pyramids do we have in America? We have mounds, brother. We have mounds.
We have pyramids, Tallulah, you got Chichen Itza.
Those are mounds, brother.
Mounds are pyramids.
No.
If I can ask you really
fast,
they
are.
What
no,
part of the Bible?
The first pyramids were mounds within Mexico.
What part of the
talking about
here in America?
What? What's the purpose of the mounds built in America? That's my question. What's the purpose of the mounds built here?
These were sacred ceremonial sites.
What do you mean?
These were sacred ceremonial sites, just like in Kemet.
Were they mastabas?
Commission structures.
Were they mastabas?
The first Kemetic structure was a step pyramid.
Were they mastabas? I'm asking, were these mounds mastabas here in America?
Yeah.
No.
You don't know what you're talking about, do you, sir? You don't know what you're talking about.
No.
What do you mean?
They were not mastabas in America, brother.
All right. So if I'm Red Son, I have.
How do you have so many storylines and events and things that line up with the biblical stories that go with
so
the Colombian? Hold on, you got these Europeans saying that these events did not happen in Africa, but in America, such as Columbus himself. You got the Mormons saying it happened here. You got things that line up similarly with these biblical.
The Mormons don't say it happened here, brother. The Mormons say they found a plate. Joseph. The Mormons say Joseph.
God damn, you know, nigga talk. One mic. I didn't interrupt y'all.
All right, she said that we could jump in.
Whoa. Red Sun. I got this. You're doing great. Let him, whoever was talking, you don't have to, and no profanity. I know I did say some stuff, but don't be like me. Please be better than me. But who was going? Who was talking?
I was.
Okay, finish up and then let's keep it in order. Say what you need to say. And by the way, y'all don't go over, like, unless you are like the brothers who like Ashe and Humble, who are like the guest of the show. Don't take your response or anything over a minute, please. It seems like a minute is a long time. Trust me. I'm just saying that, you know. Okay, go ahead, and then King J or whoever jump in here. Thank you everybody for being here. Go ahead, Red Sun.
Man, so basically these Europeans were placing the events of the Bible over here and not taking place in the so-called old world, because the so-called new world is actually the old world. It's the oldest continent that came up out of the waters, has the oldest trees such as the eternal flame up there in Buffalo, New York. A lot of these Iroquoian people say that and challenge the out of Africa theory with their own oral traditions, because what we know from science that has updated away from that out of Africa theory, they align with the indigenous standpoint of American Indians being the first human beings, and that we see a lot of the life starting in America, which America could be the exact point of the Garden of Eden, because you see a lot of similar animals that's from Africa over here, like the hyena, like the mane-haired lion. You got cheetahs, you got rhinos, you got pandas, all types of animals here. And then on top,
what? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Yeah, these animals existed in the Americas. They even had the fossils.
Brother, let me ask you, because I got to get back to you're good, but I just want to talk to Ashe and Humble and the whole panel. So are you saying that the Bible, you're not saying what they're saying about the Bible isn't African. You're saying now the Bible is actually Native American? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying that the story of the Bible is basically a plagiarization of older stories.
Okay, are you're talking about over here? Because the topic is about which is I get it. It's organic.
About how it relates to Black American culture because our culture isn't African whatsoever.
Got you. Red Sun. I just want to clarify so they can the brothers who are doing the presentation can get in here. So you're saying it is Black, but it's Native American, Indigenous American Black, right? Okay, got you. Okay, so y'all hear it. Ashe, Humble, you're gonna have to add that to your list because they're saying it's Black. It's not African Black. The brother Red Sun, I'm gonna let you park your car. Red Sun is saying, oh, you're right. It's not African. The Bible's an African Black. It's Native American, Indigenous American Black. Red Sun, go ahead and park, and I'm gonna let Ashe and Humble get in here and respond. And yes, King J, I know you're giving him the smoke. But go ahead, Red Sun, park your car with that one, and I want them to respond to what you're talking about.
Hello, sir.
It doesn't matter. Am I lying? It do matter. It does matter. It does matter.
Y'all were going to respond to what I was talking about.
Oh! She told you to land your plane. I thought your plane wouldn't land. Okay,
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, no, I was letting you.
Because I see them bloodhounds on you, so like, I ain't gonna take it light on you. Hey, bro, it's so much stuff that you gonna have to prove. As far as this American narrative, hey, who is it?
Have you researched?
Who is the tribe of Israel? So who are? I'm gonna ask you a question before I begin my dissertation. Who are the Israelites? Like, what tribe, Native American tribe would that be?
You have some indigenous American tribes that align with the Hebrew Israelite story. You have some that doesn't. They do have evidence that they do. So
hold on, wait, Red Son. You said that this is a Bible story. I mean, you said this is an American story. The Bible is an American story. So I'm asking about the stars of the story. So who are the Israelites?
So you have the two brothers and the Hobopai, Chata and Chickashaw talking about the Nanawaya cave mound. I know y'all don't understand any of that because y'all only research Egyptology. You have not researched your own.
Bro, no, I'm looking for the patriarchal which all Native Americans descend from.
You have actually researched your own backyard. You research over in somebody else's desert backyard, but you have not researched home.
You can't even do the proper parallels to make it an American story, bro.
People aligned with the American paradigm, such as I brought up a source last time talking about how a white gentleman observed in African American culture that it aligns with indigenous American culture, such as the Cherokee, such as Uncle Remus and the Brer Rabbit story aligning with Nanabozo or Wabo.
But we talking about the Bible right now. I don't know where you at.
We're talking about spirituality that aligns.
You make the claim that the Bible is an American story. Now you're talking about Nana Boo Boo and all of this other mess. Come on, brother, tighten up.
Deities within the Bible and find similarities in the Bible because the Bible itself is a plagiarized story taking themes from other religions, such as y'all pick out the Neteru in the Bible, such as Heru in the Immaculate Conception, right?
So my question to you is, what story in the Bible?
He all over the place. He don't want to answer nothing for real.
That's not all over the place, dude. You haven't even shown the source.
Well, the story, what they're asserting is that it's about the Bible, Red Son, and like I said, you're more than welcome to get your smoke session feet wet, so to speak. But they're talking about the Bible being
he brought up pseudoscience such as skin color being exclusive to an African bottleneck.
Okay, let me let you hold your thought.
I never said that. Stop putting words in my
You literally
mouth.
said
that. Let's hold his thought. Let's get back to. Let me do this. Let me take it back. Recalibrate. Okay, so Humble and Ashe are. They've been doing a great job. Saying, listen, y'all are not the Israelites, you Black Americans. You're not the ancient people from from what is written. And then King J came in, Kassad came in, and refuted, or actually didn't refute. They let me be neutral. They presented some information, and then I'm just recapping because I got to backtrack and see where we got off track. Where is Israel, and are Black people Israel humble?
Israel is in the land of Canaan, and no, Black people are not Israel.
Ashe, are Africans a part of the 12 tribe charts, the progeny of the slave trade? Are we a part of the 12 tribes chart? Who said that? Ashe?
Yeah,
Talk to us about the 12 tribes chart. Are Black people a part of it?
Yes, they are.
No.
Wait, who's saying yes? They are.
They are on that 12 tribe chart.
I'm confused.
Saying that Black Americans are Judah, a combination of Issachar.
First, you said the Bible is not real. Now
it's sitting up here saying that they're Issachar.
He don't know. He don't know what he's talking about.
Yes, I do know what I'm talking about. You mixing the dough.
Okay.
You got some Africans that say that a story applies to the Igbo and whatever African tribes, like the Ethiopians, saying that they came from Israel.
I thought you said the Bible is a plagiarization, though.
It is a plagiarization. It's a remix of a remix of a remix.
So how can the 12 tribes chart be real? If it's a plagiarization, what are you saying?
Right.
You got the Great Flood. That's a universal story of people talking
Brother,
about.
I want you to do. I'm rooting for you. Just pick one lane and stay in it.
That is the subject. That's
the 12. Are the Black people the 12 tribes? Are the Black people the 12 tribes?
So the 12 tribes is basically a allegory. It's not nothing.
Okay, brother, you just said it is, and now you're going into the allegory.
What the hell?
How can it be Black people if it's an allegory?
It is, because for one.
All right, then I got you. All right,
any melanated people relate to that story because it's a
pseudo judo alert.
What are you talking about, dude? It's a remix of their own spiritual systems.
I got you. King J, what do you want to say? Oh, my bad. King J, what do you want to say?
Go ahead, King J.
No, I mean, the conversation kind of veered a little bit, but in regards to just, I don't have contention with the 12 tribe chart. But you asked the question, so I don't see any Jewish history of migration into West Africa. So you asked, were we Jews in America? I would say Israelites in America. I would say, no, we're not. I don't see any migration.
Did you say the 12 tribes chart is real?
No, I don't subscribe to that. So I don't have any pushback.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
For the brothers in regards to that. My only pushback with the brothers was in regards to actually what Kasai said. He did bring up the Tandale stele. The Mishe stele is an example. So like I say, after 800 BC, I do see historical. I see the House of Omri, and that is a figure that we do find in the Bible. So I would just say, depending on the time period, moving 800 BC forward, we will see Jehu, we will see Omri, and those are historical figures as well as biblical figures as well. So I would just say, that would be my only pushback.
Bomb Squad?
And what I would say to that is, just as the brother Ashe was saying, right? So there's something called topography, some people call it dang, I forgot the other word, but what they do is they take real figures or they take real places, right? And they surround that in myth. So it's not a woo wild thing when we see Pontius Pilate in the Bible, right? Oh, well, the Bible
so humble, can I stop you? Can I stop you real quick?
Because I got you. I'm gonna land right here. Oh, the Bible mentions Pontius Pilate, right? But when we look at the Pilate stone never mentions a crucifixion. So when y'all talk about this stuff that the Bible or the biblical narrative surround that is real, we have to account the real story of the history thing that y'all trying to surround don't match the biblical story. Like, for example, when he was talking about the king of Moab and Israel, when we go to actual history, Moab won that war. Israel didn't win that war.
Well, that's what he said. But so,
but the Bible makes it as though Israel won that war. So
well, that's kind of like a straw man. It's kind of like a straw man, Humble.
No,
Hold on,
listen,
hold on. I hear you. Hold on, before you go too far.
Mhm.
What you're saying is that I don't subscribe to the biblical narrative being true. But what we can establish is that those were real people. We can establish when I go to the black obelisk, right? And I look at the Assyrian and I see them talking. I actually see them. The black obelisk shows them walking, and they shows Jehu paying homage to the king.
Muhammad
That's
Ali.
not. But so are you saying that's fake?
No, listen. Muhammad
Okay.
Ali is a real person, correct?
No, brother. I don't. Listen. We don't have to give another narrative. Just answer the question, brother.
Go ahead.
Is that Jehu on the Assyrian obelisk? Is that a literal depiction of a historical character figure? Yes or no?
Okay, King J, let him respond.
Yes.
Let him fully respond. Go ahead, Humble.
Muhammad Ali is a real person. He's in a comic book fighting Superman. Did that event happen? Absolutely not. But we know Muhammad Ali is a real person. So when we see real things and we see them in the Bible, we can't automatically go and say, oh, this justifies the Bible as being real. No, we know about typography. We know they take real events and we put them in, and they put them in a mythological framework.
So that's two different arguments, right? So I'm not arguing the narrative surrounding it, Jehu. I'm arguing the historicity of Jehu. Right. So if I hold on, brother, listen, I'm not talking about anything biblical right now.
Okay.
This is not a biblical conversation I'm having with you.
Okay.
The black obelisk.
Yes.
Look it up. Go Google that right now. The black obelisk. Type in Jehu. It will show him being prostrated in front of the king, the Assyrian king. I can never forget his name, Tiger Palace, whatever the exact name of it is. It shows him in prostration to this king. Is that a real event?
Okay, Humble, and then I'm going to move on to Ashay. Humble, you want to reply to that?
It's yes or no. Is it a real historical event?
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
I think Ashay fell off. Okay, here he is. Ashay, you want to reply? Humble, which one of you guys want to respond to him?
Yeah, I want to say something briefly. Now, that will be, you have the Tel Dan stele, they got the Mishe stele, and then you got what's the stele of Ramses of Thutmose boy? What is that Kemetic brother's name? He left his stele behind. Tel Dan Mishe. I'm gonna come back with it.
We got the Amara West. We got the Stolib. They show.
No, not the Soleb. I'm talking about, they always go Tel Dan, Mishe, and what's the one where Israel is laid to waste? What's the name?
That's the oh my God. Myrna Patah.
Thank you, brother. Damn, I don't know how it slipped me. Now, that's funny because when we hear the Israelites kick their whole narrative on actionists, they don't want to go to the Myrna Patah stele because they know that that's going to contradict their claim. See, they can look at these other inscriptions and say Israel. But when we go to the Myrna Patah stele, Israel got that ass blasted, excuse my French. All their seed laid to waste. So if we taking these steles for what they is, ain't no Israelites then. Y'all got the beating. It was over with. That boy, and you gotta understand that Myrna Patah, because he was such in the shadow of his father, because his father was so great, he went out his way to make sure that what he really did got documented. So when he said that they ain't have a baby left through that mud, y'all ain't have a child through that mud. So y'all can't be no Israelites if we gonna go by the steles, because all of the seed was laid to waste if you want to go by the steles.
Can you see this, Humble?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Humble, you want to come on in? King J,
I just want to say again, the argument that King J is making goes perfectly with the Muhammad Ali example I gave, right? Muhammad Ali, actually, when we look at Muhammad Ali in the realm of comics, he's in a lot of comic books. Does that make those comic books true? Absolutely not.
So humble. I think it's a terrible example.
Let him, PJ, let him park his car, brother, and then I'll let you
Okay.
in, okay?
So
Okay.
we know Muhammad Ali is a real person. But just because we see him in a Spider-Man comic or a Superman comic don't mean those comics are valid to history. We know that's myth. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. So this is what I just want to get the brother to comprehend. Archaeology, you know what I'm saying? That's archaeology, right? It's not a comic book, brother. But I just want to start there. Archaeology is verifiable facts, not a comic book. So I don't even know why you mentioned a comic book. I asked you a simple question because I'm showing it here. It says King Jehu. Read my screen, brother. Archaeological biology, and it shows this is the primary source. Learn what a primary source is. I'm showing it. The literal primary, right? You see him, Jehu, bent here. If I zoom in far close enough, you can even see his fringes. So I'm asking you, is this a historical evidence? That's all I'm asking you. Is this showing a historical event, not a comic book event, but the Assyrians? This is a real obelisk. It's the primary source, brother. So I'm just asking you, simple yes or no. Is this depicting an actual event? Go.
Humble. You're muted, Humble. Can you see it? I don't see what.
Yes.
Okay.
The book will be considered a secondary. The archaeology will be
Right, of course. But I'm showing the primary. So I'm just asking him.
He said, well, Humble said yes, it is. King J, if you're finished up, I want to bring Red Sun was gonna jump in, and then I see you, Apostle. Come in when you after the brother's done. Go ahead, Red Sun. Well, are you done, King J?
Yeah, I was waiting for his answer. He got quiet.
He said yes. Humble said yes. He said yes.
So this would show primary source of Israelites outside of the Bible. Okay.
Would you agree with that, Humble and Ashay? Is it a primary source?
Yes, nobody said Israelites didn't exist outside of the Bible. Nobody said that. The story of the Israelites in the Bible.
Yeah, I did. I said that, Humble.
Oh, you said that there was no Israelites.
I'm saying that, and I'm standing on that too.
So we
they can listen, Humble. Israelite means that a son of, a child of Israel, the man. They ain't got that. Now you got, like I said, they got Yehuds, they got Jews, but they ain't got no Israelites. They can't got no one attestation of an Israelite with a T.
So Ashay, then address what he's showing. What I guess you were just waiting. What about that piece of archaeological information? What's up with that? Ashay.
Those are people of the Levant. You hear me? Y'all can hear me?
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, those are just 17 people who lived in that landmass. King J will agree with this too. We ain't got no way to prove that those are Israelites, which means that they are blood related to some man named Jacob and descend from him. We ain't got no proof of that. They're not called Israelites. You don't have no attestation of an Israelite. You have Israel in the kingdom of, but you don't have no attestation of an Israelite. Nah, man.
In that regard, I would agree. In that regard, I would agree.
King J?
Yeah, I would agree as well. I don't see Israel so I would say we have Semitics, we have Semitic speakers, but I wouldn't say.
Wait, whoa. So what? He's right about your piece of archaeological evidence that you brought forward?
Well, it refers to them as the house of Omri, right? House of Omri, Bet Omri. Even the descendants of Omri, Jehu, they're still referred to through the Assyrians as Omri, Bet Omri, and also I see them referred to as Sumerians.
Are those the people who are in the Bible? That information that you brought, are those the people that are in the Bible?
Yes.
I got
okay, I'll say.
King J, I got a question for you.
Mhm.
Do you think that Ur of the Chaldea is an anachronism? Why or why not?
Yeah, because we know that Chaldeans didn't exist until about 700, 800 BC, so they weren't around during the time of Abraham. I actually think it was closer up to Turkey, Canaram, that area, not the Mesopotamian Ur.
Okay.
Apostle,
Now, here's
thank
what
you, brother. I'm gonna let Apostle come in here. I'm sorry, Humble. I'm sorry. Were you saying something else?
Hold on. Hey, wait. I did want to say something real quick, Nepal, because you called on me. You wanted me to say something when King J said what he said, far as you asking about were those people on the thing, the people in the book. Now, now Omri is the man named, is the king, and he's in the book. Now, those peoples, the worshipers, we don't know who the hell that is. And we can't say that's Israelites, we don't know that. We can't have no proof of that. We know Omri was a man. We knew Omri was a king. We knew Omri ruled in the land of Judah. We know these things. But Omri don't ever say himself, I'm an Israelite. I'm a Hebrew even. We ain't getting that from them, man. None of these dudes who they saying are Hebrew Israelites are saying they're Hebrew Israelites themselves. You just putting them in the story. That's like they slapped Taharka in the story. They slapped Ramses in the story. They slapped all these characters in the story anachronistically, even sometimes.
I would agree.
Slapped her and Chaldea together and said, take this.
So you're saying they're creating the identity, so to speak?
Yes.
Creating the identity through this text that the people are now attaching themselves to.
Okay. I forgot. I'm sorry. Apostle, give me one moment. Jose, I let you in and I had forgotten that. Who was here first? You, Apostle, Jose?
I was here first.
Apostle was there first.
Okay, Jose, I'm going to get to you. Sorry, I just saw, I looked at my other device and saw you're waiting. Thank you, everybody who's been very patient. Apostle, what would you like to add to the build? The brothers basically are saying, no, those are not Israelites, the forefathers, Abraham, they aren't real.
Yeah.
There's no proof.
Yeah. People can say a lot of things, and everybody has an opinion. So I'm not even I'm just going to say what I got to say, and I'm going to leave because I'm going to hear all kind of flack, and they don't know nothing about me. They don't know nothing about my background. They don't know nothing about where I come from. The fact is that I got a United States document here stating that I am a chief of the Etzo Kuso Muskogee tribe. I got diplomat immunity, and my name Apostle Zaquan Thamayad.
Asia in America.
Not an apostle, but Zaquan Thamayad has been legally changed. I don't talk about it, but I have the document saying so. I apply. I am a chief. I have a tribal badge, gun permit that allows me to carry my weapon throughout this country. We'll have problems in the North, we'll admit, but that's just because the North hasn't gotten caught up. But once in court, it will be cleared up.
Okay, and are you
bottom line is, it says National Israelite Government.
That's what your card says?
That's right.
Can you show it? Can you put it on the camera so I can put it up for the people to see?
Interchange commonly
down more, a little
down on the bottom.
No, you got to bring it down more. Okay, wow. Department of Tribal Authorities. So you're native. Department, and it says is under Israel, United Nations. Oh, wow. Yep, I see it, y'all.
This is a legal document with a seal on it, along
talking?
with my identification, driver's permit, legal document stating who I am and what I am, and here's my authority.
Tribal authority, Yuki Kuso Muskoki?
Muskoki.
Okay, great. Okay, Zaquan T. Kuso. All right, so y'all, he's got some
people gonna yap. They've been talking about Israel, not knowing that Israel is a Greek word translation into English, because of during that time, the Greek was the lingua franca, and they formally used Greek throughout the world at that day and time. We are Yasharallah. But in these translations, as well as the Bible, from the European perspective, you see words like Hebrew. That's not a Hebrew word. That's a Greek word, Hebrew. Modern Hebrew describes it as Ivri or Ivret, because the B is the second letter in the alphabet. They substitute the V sound for the B. That's why Abraham become Avraham. And we become Ivri or Ivret. One speaking about the language.
Can I jump in here? I'm sorry to cut your flow, but
I'm sorry.
I just want to find out, are you letting them know, yes, you that what about the information? Can you kind of tie this into what they are talking about? And I know you will, but I'm just go ahead. All right,
that's what I'm attempting to do. So
all right, thank you.
I would have to recheck to find out. I think Omri is a northern king. I think, I'm not sure. But if he was a northern king, he would be the king of Israel. If he's a southern king, he would be the king of Judah or Yahweh. That's who we be the king of. A Samaritan is a northern kingdom mixed with Assyrian, because the Assyrians conquered the northern 10 kingdoms and they mixed. That's what a Samaritan is. That's why in the 4th chapter of John, Christ is having a communication with a woman of Samaria. She said, our father Jacob, recognizing that she was a descendant of Jacob, talking about his well. And in that conversation, Christ evangelized her. She went forth back home and spread the good news that I just met a man that told me everything that I ever did. The Messiah who was promised, he's here. They all came out and followed. Now, y'all gonna go on and say, but really, you got no evidence to support what you're saying. Kassad came up here and just slapped the heck out of you. And y'all really didn't respond.
Okay, next.
Just with the same nonsense about who we can't be, who we ain't. The word Chaldean existed before the people of Chaldea. Abraham was called a Chaldean because he was a stargazer. He was an astrologer. He read the stars. That's what his family did. Had nothing to do with the city or the section of Chaldea. That's later down the line. Abraham was from Ur. He was of the Chaldeans. That's an office that his father had in Nimrod's court.
Thank you. I hate to cut you off, but I need you to park your car so they can respond, and then I got to get the other. All right, so please respond, Humble or Ashe. I thought you said you were
and I'm gone. But that's the reason why he was called a Chaldean. That's why Abraham was called of the city of Ur. He's from Ur. His father was the chief musician to Nimrod. And prophecy came forth about Abraham when he was born. Nimrod wanted to kill him. So they escaped him away. And the teachings is he went to Seth and Noah and was raised.
Man, we can't prove none of this stuff, man. I'm just gonna be honest. We can't prove this.
And you can't disprove it.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Apostle. Thank you, Elder.
And just listen to all of the naysayers. Try to come against it, but they can't.
All right. Thank you very much. Okay. Humble,
they got
go ahead.
No idea about it.
Thank you, Elder. Okay, Humble, please respond. Then again, Jose, thank you for joining God Energy. Humble, reply to some of what you heard, and then we'll move forward. Yes, sir, we can. Please go ahead.
All right, can you hear me, Napa?
Yes, can you hear me?
All right, so I'm gonna skip past the ID. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm gonna skip past the ID part because I don't know what that got to do with, Israel joining the United Nations have to do with them being an ancient people. If we update on politics, then we know they just severed that bond. So that ID he just showed is null and void. I do want to present my if I can, Sister Nepal, can you teach me how to share my screen really fast?
Yes, you go down. Are you on your phone or on your laptop or computer? Because at the bottom you'll see like a little icon. It's like a person with a plus.
Okay.
Or,
I see it.
No, that's not true. It's a little screen. It's a little like rectangle with a plus in the middle.
Share screen.
Yes, sir.
And then it says.
And then hit share screen, and then you'll get a list. If it's off the internet, it'll be on the first column. I don't know what you have.
It says share. Can you see this?
Yeah, I got you. There it is.
Can you see this?
Yes, sir.
You got me. All right.
Yes.
So he was saying that Abraham was called a Chaldean, right? Even back in the day. I actually, like I said before, I have a debate. I had a debate today. I actually have a debate presentation on this. If I may, I just want to read some of it, if I may.
Of course.
Right? It's a Chaldean astrology is late development. The intellectual identity of Chaldeans did not exist in Abraham's time. So Abraham, if anybody was studying the stars, it would have came from Akkadian. It wouldn't have been Chaldean because they did not exist yet, right? It's a scholarly foundations, mind you. He just said we couldn't prove any of this, right? Francisca Roxburgh from UC Berkeley, right? Her book, Heavenly Writing, the Chaldean mathematical astronomy is a product of the Neo-Babylonian Seleucid period, which means the Chaldeans didn't even have this information when they arose on the scene. They had to learn this information from somebody else, right? Let's go down, right? Because I got some good points in here. What else? It's a hold on one second. From the Dead Sea Scrolls to the Bible, right? Now, this is where we was talking about Ur the Chaldean. How could he be from Chaldea if he was an astrologer? Watch this, right? The earliest biblical manuscript do not mention or do not preserve the phrase Ur of the Chaldeans, right? Evidence from the Dead Sea Scrolls. The Genesis Apocryphon, right? Apostles say he be in his Bibles. That's what apostles say. The Genesis Apocryphon, tell him go look that up. One of the Dead Sea Scrolls retells Abraham's story. The section containing Abraham's birthplace is missing. So if the place or if the section containing Abraham's birthplace is missing, how do we know that he's from Ur of the Chaldea? We don't. That's something they came up with later as they was redacting the story, right? They preserved the text, and this is where King J caught himself, right? Because he actually agreed that even in the Dead Sea Scrolls, they was talking about the northern not the southern I'm gonna stop right there.
Oh wow, thank you, Humble. Okay, looks like
thank you so much, Sister Napa.
No, thank you. I think Jose, unfortunately, we lost our brother Jose. I was going to get to him next, but since he's dropped off, please hit the like, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Please hit the like. Let's see who wants to respond to that. Let's go to God Energy. I know you might not want to even respond to that. What would you like to add to this build?
Peace,
yes,
peace,
bomb.
y'all.
Oh,
I know
you're bomb squad as well, right? We got the bomb squad here. Go ahead.
The people associated with astrologers, practicing magic, like the three wise men that came to see Jesus, left from the star of the east. They were called Magoi in the Septuagint, and that Magoi is, kind of representative of that Persian astrology at that time. And it's interesting that we mentioned the Persians again, right? Because the Chaldees is right around that Persian period where you see a lot of other reference coming from in the Bible, right? So there was a lot of references to that Persian period. And I think actually that's why
uncover your mic, God Energy.
What happened? You can hear me better now?
Way better.
All right. Yeah. So the of the Chaldees is right around that Persian period, speaking of the Magoi and the Persians. I do want to add that there was we see you have a book about
I'm trying to think who's doing that. Are you doing that, Apostle, or is Sonetter putting you up there on the big screen? Apostle, you put yourself on the big screen? You're muted. I'm sorry, God Energy. Apostle, let me let him go. And we see your book. So I really apologize. Go ahead and continue, God Energy.
Again, the term Magoi was used, and it refers to Persian mystics, wise men coming from the east. Persia would be east of that. So that's your hint there. Speaking of Persians,
time out for a minute, God Energy.
No problem.
Apostle, I told you earlier to respect Nepal's stream, brother. Do not put yourself up there. Don't do none of that. Let her do all of that. If she wants to, she'll do it. So don't put yourself up there, brother. You don't need to respond. I don't need no response, brother. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry, God Energy.
No doubt.
Oh, sorry, man. What you mean no response, man? I'm not a child. She said mute it up. I'm muted up.
No. Excuse me, sir. We got your book. It's fine.
That's not what I said, man. I said don't put yourself up on the screen. Allow her to do all of that. You put yourself on the big screen. Don't control the show. Let her control the show. That's what I said, brother. And then I said I don't need a response because it goes back and forth. I don't need you to respond to that. Just follow the orders, man.
And this is great. I just want to say, Chuck Morgan, thank you so much for your, excuse me, God Energy. You're going to get the mic and you can start all the way over. I'll give you more time. Chuck Morgan, thank you for your $20 super chat. We really appreciate you. It says here, Sister Napa, please check your email regarding a presentation on the Sumerians. Oh, yes, I'm on it. We will be bringing you on. I would love to bring you on to do a presentation. And also, basically, it's going to be a smoke session. They won't be able to fade you. This is a premier teacher of the Sumerian history. Oh, my head is swimming because, I hope this doesn't go off the rails. Okay, yes, I will bring you in. Thank you. Okay, God Energy, again, I'm sorry. Please start over and I'll give you as much time as you need. Start over, please.
No problem. I was just bringing up the term Magoi that's rendered in the Greek for people like magicians, astrologers, and that like. Yes, it's the Greek, so you could come with the Hebrew if you'd like and add that to the conversation. Persian, though, and that relevance brings us to of Kazdam or of the Chaldees, which is during the Persian period, where you see a lot of this, source material coming from. The Yahwistic tradition is really taking off during the Persian period. So when you talk about early Yahwism, right, that Persian period is important. So with this book being based or marketed to Yahwist, I'm not surprised that Abraham would be associated with When talking about the Bible associates Abraham and with Nimrod, So when you get to Nimrod, Nimrod is, so you cannot separate and Abraham from Nimrod, right? So let's go to Nimrod. Nimrod is associated with establishing Calneh, Rehoboam, right? Akkad. So this is Mesopotamia. So the Bible, according to the Bible is directing you to associate Nimrod with specifically Mesopotamia and Abraham with Mesopotamia during the Persian period. So I think that's relevant, regardless of whatever artifacts exist outside of that. That's what the Bible is directing you to. Speaking of artifacts, to touch on that, I like how King Jay brought up that in the archaeological record, Bet Omri is what is used to refer to these 17 peoples. Thank you for being intellectually honest. I also will be intellectually honest by saying there are a slew of artifacts that validate the existence of figures that you see in the Bible. Figures like Ahad, Ben-Hadad II, Jehoram, Ahaziah, Jehu, like the brother brought up, Jehoshua, Jeroboam, Ahaz, Hezekiah is also confirmed in the archaeological record twice, right? So you have actual artifacts from this kingdom, and you have Assyrian tributary records and stelae that confirm the existence of these characters. So not only do you have homegrown Levantine artifacts that confirm the existence of certain characters, you also have Assyrian records that confirm the existence of certain characters. So what the Bible seems to do is preserve late Iron Age figures more accurately. And it seems like the antiquity that's in the Bible is being referenced in that period. Where it gets choppy is the Bronze Age. That's why you see no Moses. That's why you see no Isaac. That's why you see no Ishmael. That's why you see, so these figures that are more towards the Bronze Age and earlier can't track that. But what the Bible does do is preserve late Iron Age figures. When you get to the term, now to King Jay's point with Bet Omri and Ashe, where you see the term Israelite, that term Israelite with the T, when you see that first pop up, it is in the Greek island of Delos, right? By someone named Pavlos the Samaritan. And he is the one who is referred to as Israelite in the Greek rendering. So when Apostle says that that term Israelite is associated with Greek, the first time we see someone referring to themselves as an Israelite is in a Greek island using the Greek term Israelite. So there is significance to that.
Can you guys hear me? Everybody can hear me, right?
I
Thank you so much, God Energy. Who wants to come in? Come on in. Just
I would like that. God Energy. I love your beginning of your presentation when you was talking about how you have to connect, like when we're dealing with Ur and Chaldea and we're dealing with Mesopotamia, we have to connect Nebuchadnezzar to, you said somebody else. Abraham.
No,
Nimrod, Abraham, and who else?
And Ur, the city of Ur.
So when we're dealing with Nimrod, right? We do have stories and writings of Nimrod and what was going on around Nimrod, right? During that time.
The biblical story. The biblical story, outside of the biblical story, I would love for someone to show me a Nimrod. Aside from the biblical story, the only other synonym or analogy that we have to Nimrod in history would actually be Herodotus's description of Osiris. And in Herodotus' description of Osiris, you see how Herodotus says that he inundated the Nile Valley. He worked with the waters to let the water in by degrees, inundating the land to help with the irrigation. Then it says he traveled outside, traveled through Arabia and into India, planting ivy in India and having naming place names in India. I think also where the ivy grows is near Niza. So this description of Osiris colonizing Arabia and India matches the migration of Nimrod from the Nile Valley colonizing Mesopotamia. Right? So Herodotus describes a similar route that the Bible describes with Nimrod.
Got you. Got you.
Okay,
And the
thank you.
reason I ask these questions, right, is because if we have writings about these people or attested to these people or by these people, right, if they were physically there, then we should have something from these people. If there was an Abraham, if there was a Nimrod, right, and these were rulers, we acting like, so when people say, oh, well, you know, y'all acting like we supposed to have artifacts, y'all are acting like these are some regular beggar people from off of the street. These people are magistrates. These people are kings. These people are ruling nation. These people are kicking other people out of their land. If I'm doing this, I gotta have a record. And the fact that I'm doing this and then I leave no record behind, what type of magician am I to do something like that? That's some magical stuff for your tale. I land my plane. Thank you for confirming that, brother. God body.
Energy.
King J. King J.
God
I know
energy.
we always say
Listen.
God energy, right? King J, do you want to respond to that? Any of that?
God energy kind of summed it all up. He kind of summed it all up, especially the talking point where I mentioned earlier about the Bronze Age is not so many sources, but Iron Age, 800 BC, where we start to see some sources of historical figures that we do see in the Bible. So I really don't have any pushback.
Let me ask you, King J, you're not an Israelite, right?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
So what is your, I'm just kind of like, well, I'm curious, like, what do you subscribe to anything in particular?
I would say just in general, I'm more of a agnostic in belief. I'm looking for a reason to believe, but just in general, I love history. So I'm a comedic scholar, I would say, but I do focus on a particular time period. I would say early Bronze Age, Iron Age period, Levantine history. So I just love history in general. So I'm kind of an all around kind of scholar, I would say.
Okay. I was curious. Yeah, I appreciate you. When are you going to come in and do a actual official smoke session? Because I see you over there and dipping your toe in the pond in other places. You scared to come over here and ask for the smoke?
No, I got something. So I just mentioned today. What I do want to bring to the table is when I was thinking the presentation is going to be the physical Joshua versus the spiritual Yeshua in the New Testament. So that's kind of what I want to do my presentation on. I'm gonna show how Yeshua is really the Old Testament Joshua. So I got something lined up for y'all for sure.
Awesome. Awesome. Go ahead. Ashay, were you saying something?
No.
Okay, let me do this, y'all, because it looks like you I don't know.
It wasn't much contention on the panel. I ain't gonna lie. They ain't really say nothing that I had no problems with. So I was in agreement with pretty much everything they said. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, Sister Napai, you gotta get somebody through here to mop up a lot of blood on the floor.
I see that. Yeah. I'm gonna have to. I gotta play my. I wanna say this is what happens when you drop it, when you're doing Hebrewshima, I guess. Jeez,
this
people are taking shelter.
This part one. This Hebrewshima.
Got my MTV out. Savage! I'm a savage! Oh! I'm a savage! Whatever I want, I'm going to get! Whatever I want, I have to get! Yes! What's next? What's next? I gotta get.
What's next? I gotta get it. I gotta get it.
Well, there it is, y'all. Hey, y'all are. I don't know. Black Sage, Sonetter got in touch with them. So don't. I don't know if he did. Sonetter said he got in touch with Yara. I don't know if Yara's just. I do not know if he's guarding a junkyard right now, a scrap metal place. We needed you to come in and defend your position, but whatever. I'm going to let everybody close out. If there's no one else who wants to come in, this was a short smoke session. Looks like they wiped everybody out. They done recruited King J. He's the honorary bomb squad member. Let me let you guys go around and close out. Let me start with God Energy. Go ahead and just say your final words with this smoke session. You guys did great. Go ahead.
Peace, y'all. I'm sure it was a great smoke session. I caught on late. You know what I mean? Ashe, I'm gonna try to get you my number and stuff like that so we can stay in contact. Humble, we could, you know what I mean? We're gonna form like Voltron. But yeah, I just want to leave y'all off with throughout history, you know, that kingdom was known as Bet Omri, if not Samaria. The first time we have mention of someone calling himself Israelite is in Delos, which is a Greek island. It's written in Greek, rendered as Israelite, and a Sumerian is calling himself Israelite. So we know this Sumerian is also Hellenized to some degree, right? So I think that's important. The first time you see the self-reference of Israelite is on a Greek island in the Hellenistic era by a Sumerian. All these things are relevant. Peace, y'all.
I'll close out so y'all two can have the last close out. Great show, great smoke session. Like I say, I didn't have any contention with anything you guys said, so I enjoyed it for sure.
Oh shoot. Okay, I'm sorry. I was out. You closed out already? King God Energy, my device. You finished up, God Energy? All right, thank you, sir. King J, you already did your closeout too?
Yes.
Wow, usually, isn't that crazy? Let me say something. When I'm on the panel and I'm not switching from devices, y'all go forever. When I just went out, it's like, oop, they're done. Okay, so I'm back. Okay, great. Humble, please. Thank you so much for this smoke session, for the information. It was an awesome build. Even though it was short and sweet. Humble, please close out.
Yes, ma'am. This was fun. I love doing this. Hey, listen, Bomb Squad in the building. We cleared the room out. This is what we do, you know. And I can't wait. I can't wait for next time. Thank you for allowing me to. Mm-hmm. That's all. I'm out. I appreciate you, Sister Nepal. I land my plane.
Thank you. I appreciate you too, Humble. Always very, very respectful. All the Bomb Squad, always very respectful. It's great. You're setting a great precedent for, I guess, the, you know, I don't want to always focus on your age, but for the younger scholars who are very serious, you guys are doing a great thing right here, and you're a great example. I'm very impressed. So thank you for being a part of the HOK family and the HOK Coliseum. Last but not least, Ashe, come in here and do all the push all the buttons. I know you will do it. Push all the buttons, rub everybody the wrong way, and do your closeout. Thank you.
I mean, well, once of course, you know, it's a great presentation and just a great all-out attack by the Bomb Squad itself. When we come through, it's over with. We go clear the room, man. Like we the new way. We are the new God killers, if you ask me. I think far as actually destroying this religious ideology, man, we come to get it done. We the new Ghostbusters. We the Bomb Squad Ghostbusters. All the mythos, all the spookism, we getting that out the way, man. I think we did a great job of peeling the cap off of Asar El, the invocation of the deity El that the Israelites had to attach themselves to, Tel Dan Stele, Merneptah Stele. I think we did a good job actually identifying how that this not about no Israelite far as a bloodline, but as a people who worship a specific deity in that area, and they understand the cycle and they understand the text that's floating around, so they utilize that word asad, which means struggle in the Semitic language. So, you know, if you think that Israelites are Africans, if you think that Ham is even somehow an African, you think Shem is the Middle Eastern, or you think that you related to Shem, or you think Japhet is the European, come holla at me. Come holla at me and get the smoke. And we'll take your head off. Bomb Squad in the building. Thank you, Nepal, for having us. Ashe.
Hebrewshima has just been committed. Part 1, HOK Coliseum. I love my Hebrew brothers and sisters. You know I do. I'm a Hebrew too. We gotta get some new soldiers in here. Well, I think we can't just let Kassad and Apostle be up here all the time. Okay, we're gonna have to rejuvenate the troops.
Well, Merneptah Stele said all they see was laid to waste.
Oh, damn.
Hey, Napai, you know who the cavalry is, don't you?
Damn.
Hey, Napai, you know who the cavalry is, don't you?
Who?
You know them ISUPK brothers.
Oh, right. We gotta get the captain in here. I thought y'all already sat with the captain, though. No, you didn't ever get with Captain Tazari yet. Captain, you hear that?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Look, let me say, this is what happened today.
I sat with Cap on Vigo a few times. Cap respectful, man. Cap's respectful, but Cap got some pseudo presentations.
Listen.
That's how the bomb squad went crazy on the Hebrews today. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares, Ashe. Nobody cares, Humble. Nobody cares, God Energy.
Listen.
They don't care about us.
The first stop. This just the
I think
first
he's having some tech difficulties. Yeah, y'all just went bananas on the Hebrews today. But actually, I'm not gonna lie. Kassad came in and he did a great job. Kassad, I'm looking forward to seeing. Listen, don't forget Humble and God Energy and Ashe. Watch out for Kassad's presentation that he's going to be doing. You know, I know you're subscribed. Hit the notification. What were you going to say? Were you going to say something, Humble? Go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. I want to say, listen, man. Look, I look at the sport. I respect all my competitors that get in these arenas. I don't.
That was an accident. That was an accident.
I don't attack people personally. It's always about the information. You know, hey, if you just so happen to stand on the wrong side, you know, hey, we don't take no casualties. Everybody gotta get it.
I know that's right. You know I'm dropping bombs. It's about the information. We do total. It's a coliseum. It's blood bath, blood sport in the information, not literally. Did you want to say something, Ashe? Because I know you were having some tech stuff going on. What were you saying? And then I will close out.
I was just letting them know, man. Bomb Squad, we done made our mark. Hebrewshima Part 1. They was asking for the sources and all of that. You go get them Part 2. Watch this.
Damn. All right, y'all. Let me look at the chat. Let me at least look at the chat before I go. Anybody out there? Are you there? Are you there? Hebrews.
Hey, listen. Where the life ring at? Y'all ain't gonna throw no life ring in there for Nepal. They terrible.
That's okay. It's all good. All right. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. You brothers, you can see your way out. We will see you on the next smoke session. Peace, God Energy. Peace, Humble. Peace, Ashe. Peace, Bomb Squad. Wow. That was just crazy. You guys, guess what? You just witnessed Hebrewshima Part 1. And I know my Hebrew brothers are going to come back strong. We might be getting some of the older Hebrews in here. I know that the brothers brought up ISUPK. I might bring Maharaka and of course, Sonetter. We've been wanting to bring in Zabak, some of the old OG One West old heads, possibly even Priest Danya Allah might get in here for a smoke session. So they are definitely battle tested. They have been doing the Hebrew information, teaching the doctrine for decades. Because you know what? When people say, oh, you know what? Does it really matter? Does it matter? Well,
it doesn't matter. Am I lying? It do matter. It does matter. It does matter.
It does matter. It matters if we are going to talk about being Hebrews or not. This information matters. I want to say I love you. Peace. Assalamu alaikum. Hotep. Namaste. Jumbo. Ashe. Shalom. Shalom. Peace and love and light to the darkest minds of the light, to the HOK family. Look at, oh, here's my brother Zion. You still mad that I beat you up? You know, I have so much love for you and respect for you, Zion. Humble, the weakest link, though. Boy, why you hate on Humble like that? Oh, look at Moses. Moses, I know you did not wait till they left to hit the panel. Oh, no. Moses, I can't hear you at all. I can't hear you at all, Moses. Can y'all hear him? Can you guys hear Moses? Chat. It's a queen. Peace to you, beautiful queen. I will be doing a response to that. I think you were the one who hit the panel. I'm going to do a response to that one information because we're going to have Minister. I don't hear you, Moses. Do you guys hear Moses? I'm looking at the peace meter. Oh, he went out. Moses, why didn't you come? I'm closing the show now. You should have come in. Yeah, they said no sound, brother. We could not hear you. We could not hear you. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and close out with the song here, but that was awesome. Until tomorrow. Oh, I was telling It's a Queen. We're bringing on Minister Jap. So that sister that was over there, say Dr. Moten, she's doing those talking points from the misogynistic manosphere. Let me see if we could hear Moses. Moses, no, you know what we say in Spanish? We say, no tienes vergüenzas. ¿Entiendes? No tienes vergüenzas. You know what that means?
Yeah.
Basically, it means you should be ashamed of yourself. Don't do it. Did you just wake up or something? Because I know you didn't. I saw you in the chat. Why didn't you come up here?
Because, okay, so he has smoke for two groups. He had smoke for the Hebrews, but then in his title, he had something about the Bible don't have anything to do with Afrocentrism. So I didn't want to mix up anything. I wanted him to deal with the Hebrews. I wanted to make sure all the Hebrews came in, and he dealt with the Hebrews, and now I was trying to come in with the Afrocentric stuff, but it's all good, man. I'm gonna catch him out there because this is my thing with people like him, right? Him, Ankh, and Sarnetta. Me as a Pan-African, I have a very, very, very strong issue with people here in the Western Hemisphere that have names associated with our ancestors from the East Hemisphere. And they don't, when it comes down to this Bible, which is something that definitely has our people in a grip, I feel like these three, Sarnetta, Ankh, and now this dude Ashe, I feel like they should be able to explain this Bible to the Black community from an Afrocentric perspective, because that's where the book is taking place at. And when they don't do that, that makes me feel like they false flagging. It make me feel like Sarnetta's false flagging. It make me feel like Ankh is false flagging. It make me feel like this new dude Ashe is false flagging. Shoot, Reggie. I just don't understand.
You just want to take them all on, huh? Like Rambo.
I just want them to, like, look, if y'all gonna have discussions about the Bible, at least make our people who are trapped inside this white supremacist construct, make our people understand that the Bible is actually about Africans that are not supposed to be under the rule of foreigners. That's what it's really about. It ain't about no white people called Jews. It ain't about no Black people called Hebrew Israelites. This is about people from Cush and Kemet, the people that created the very first civilizations on this planet, falling into the clutches of people that they were originally supposed to be separated from, sanctified from. They were not supposed to be fraternizing with these foreigners. And now we are under the boot of all of these foreigners, trapped in these white supremacist constructs here in America and up in Europe. So that's the reason why I get frustrated with Sarnetta, with Ankh, with anybody with an East African name, and they not making that point clear when it comes down to this Bible.
Okay, let me say this. Now we got meter too. Okay, thank you, Moses. You're gonna have to come in here and do a presentation or hit the panel when they're here. This is just crazy to me. Y'all should have hit the panel when they were. Peace, Moses. Where we at? Moses, peace. Next time, Moses, come in and when they're here, they done cleared the whole. They cleared the entire field. And but I hear you, Moses. I hear you. I'm gonna give you a round of applause. All right, and then here's our brother Meter. Meter, go ahead, and I'm gonna let you say what you need to say. Y'all look like, you know what it. I know I know you know I'm just joking around, but it's like when the bomb squad leaves and then they clear out and they drive off in their tanks. You guys peek from over the barrel and over the bush. They gone. Is they gone? Then you guys come up on the bed. What's up, Meter? What do you have to say? And then I'm going to close out. Really, I am.
No, that was nice little presentation. They did their thing, you know, and you know,
okay.
I seen a few Israelites with their foot in their mouth a little bit, and you know, but what I don't really like is when the information is presented, especially when you're reading the Bible, it's always that whatever you read, you totally don't understand, but this is how it's supposed to be read and understood. You know, instead of just agreeing, you know, or disagree, it's always, they're never wrong, you know? You got the answer for everything. We can't have the answer for everything, Nicole. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, you
but
know,
why
it's
can't
just
we have the answer for everything?
because we all take in information different. You may have a way of understanding, and I may have a totally different way of understanding. And it you know, it's not necessarily gonna mean that it's gonna add up, you know. But if as we agree to disagree and we come together, maybe I might see your side, your point of view, and you may see mine, and we can meet in the middle, you know. So that's the difference.
This brother said, made them retreat. All right.
Well, I heard you, Paul. Hey, that was
yeah,
nice.
Meter, it's always a pleasure. You're a pretty loyal supporter. Make sure that you are sharing the video and sharing the information. So with that said, you can see your way out. And
right.
I will go ahead and close out until the next smoke session. I think I got Inky tomorrow. I want to see what y'all think about that. We're going to bring Inky in. So at the end of the day, it's awesome. This is the HOK toughest environment. This is where people come and share their information, share their philosophies, share their knowledge, and they share their butt whippings and their beat downs as well. Peace, everybody. Peace to the darkest minds of the light, to the HOK. I think I'm gonna play this one right here.
It's the toughest environment to be in. The carrying sharp words cut through the seasons, and that is the OG, the beacon, the BMC. Yeah, that's the reason. Apostle in the corner, suntan glow. Armed with the wisdom, steady as it flow. Reggie's got the facts about it, brings the show. Inky with a spark, captain in control. You need thick skin to make movies, yo. F who you know. This is our Netta studio. This is the toughest environment. The Coliseum roars, every thought's a grenade. Knowledge is a weapon, every truth is a blade. Black News Network, history display. Legends in the making, watch the moves they play. Step in the circle, feel the heat of the flame. Iron sharpens iron, this ain't a game. Wisdom and debate, this who warriors fame. Echoes in the air, every word's engraved. You need thick skin, we make movies, yo. F who you know. Another studio. This is the toughest environment.
are the babies of Sarnetta. We are emulating the greatness of Sarnetta, the HOK, the House of Consciousness, and the trailblazing work by the one and only Sarnetta. And
That is for my sisters trapped in.
I gotta let you know something, y'all. I know that this is the lyrics and everything. I absolutely love this song. Okay. Why do I do laundry and wash dishes and listen to this in my headphones? I love the song. My daughter's like, Mommy. She's a super serious musician. She's a guitarist, a pianist. She is a composer, but she's like, Mommy, that is AI. I do not appreciate AI. And I'm like, I don't care if this is AI, honey. I'll be like, I don't know if I'm becoming my mom. I'm like, sing it. This is so beautiful. The way the vocals on this track, I love it. And there are human beings that sing like this. That's how AI got it. We are so amazing. Just listen to the way the vocals are presented and arranged. Okay, I had to just say that. All right, y'all. Peace and love. And peace to the darkest minds of the light. Peace to the HOK family.
Religion.
I'm going to start it over.
Yeah. That is for my sisters trapped in religion. Wake up and free the babies. So let us speak the truth, he's on a mission. Yeah. The house of consciousness, the final call. Will you Bible thumpers wake up, all just fall? The house of consciousness, the final call. Stop believing in fairy tales, especially Paul. I use the Bible like a lantern in the night, trying to wake up my sister. The house is closing in, it's a total mess. You ignore my wisdom, the ultimate test. Step inside the HOK, it's the toughest terrain, where the truth hits hard, the cuts bring pain. I try to wake you with the word in my hand, to get you to the truth, to help you understand. I gave you the scriptures, chapters and verse. I gave you the keys to break the curse. I gave you Torah to unlock with keys. Break the mental chains and be free. The final call. Yeah, will your Bible thumpers wake up, all just fall? The house of consciousness, the final call. Stop believing in fairy tales, especially Paul. They call you apostle like you a prophet of God, telling lies and fooling people can't be that hard. You're preaching from YouTube, looking for a handout. I'm standing on family, trying to bring the truth out. Welcome to the HOK, where the truth resides. No more hiding in the pews where the dies. We speak against the Bible just to wake the inner sight. Come inside the HOK doors, we bring the light. The house of consciousness, the final call. Will your Bible thumpers wake up, all just fall? Stop believing in fairy tales, especially Paul. Sarnetta, don't stop, wake the sisters up, don't
damn.